Welcome back to the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I am Chris Porter, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And today we have a special guest. We have Rose. Rose is a client here at Y.E.S Fitness. For how long?
It's going to be a year.
Is it going to be a year already?
It's going to be a year, yep.
Holy smokes, that was
Lucky
a fast
you.
year. Lucky me. Absolutely. So, yeah. So, Rose is going to talk about her journey here at Y.E.S Fitness, I guess, in this past year. But before that gets started, we're going to go through some housekeeping. So, let me just take a quick look at some notes here I got on some things that are happening. You want to be sure to tune into the Fearless Aging Podcast, How to Be Bold, Never to Be Old, on Thursday, June 16th. Anywhere you can normally listen to your podcast, because your very own Chris Porter will be discussing his views on aging with host Rick Cavaglia. The Fearless Aging Podcast promotes cutting-edge concepts, strategies, and tips to open your mind and heart for becoming the best self, your best self, and making a bigger positive difference in your life. The Fearless Aging Podcast, as I said, can be found anywhere where you normally listen to your podcasts. And then, for celebrating our 200th podcast, it'll be on June 21st. We're going to have special guest Rachel Cosgrove. Rachel's been on our show a couple of times now. She is a fitness expert extraordinaire for sure. She'll be breaking down metabolism and menopause. So if you're thinking about menopause and metabolism, if you haven't gone through it, or you're going through it, or dealing with it, Rachel will be able to answer all your questions. And finally, we're excited to share with you the registration for our 2022 Y.E.S Fitness Summer Sports Camp registration is open. We all know that speed is a skill, the ability to take advantage of the potential of one's body, and so consistently and highly technical skills. So everyone knows skill is important. Coaches, scouts, all that kind of stuff. So every athlete wants to get faster. They want to be more agile. They want to be quicker. So we're going to work on that. It's Tuesday, Thursday nights. Head on over to, I think we have we have a landing page.
Yeah,
we have a landing page. Or give us a call. I forget what the landing page is. You know what? The landing page link is usually in the notes here, or in the text for there. Yeah, it's the last podcast. Yes, Rose will take care of me today. We're a little running ragged over here. So those are our three housekeeping things for today. Yeah, I'll have the links for that. I'll have the links for just that this time, I think. Just those two things. So here we go with it. Rose. So Rose, I appreciate you coming on board today.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can inspire someone to get up out of their bed and get to work. So get their butts moving. So what problems were you having before you joined Y.E.S Fitness?
So I've always been overweight my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's always been a challenge for me. And then COVID hit, right? And that was a challenge for everyone. I think everyone can relate. They gained weight. But on top of that, I'd also lost my mother and my grandmother. So my mental health was also kind of not failing, but it wasn't, I didn't feel 100%. And I remember when I walked through those doors and you asked me a bunch of questions. And I don't remember what they were. I know they were important, but I was in a fog almost just because I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I was almost like numb. And I know in the past, working out and kind of just being physically active. I also had anxiety as a teenager that somehow with COVID resurfaced. It had been gone for all these years. And then when COVID hit, it came back. And so I learned a long time ago, rather than medicating myself, it's just pent up. For me, at least, it's pent up energy. So if I keep active and I move and I walk and I do on the treadmill, I join a gym, those things kind of help me. So that's where I was when you first met me.
Yeah. I don't remember what those questions were either, other than the normal questions we asked.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that when I came back, because I went on hiatus because I hurt myself, and you said, well, what are your goals? And I remember that one was more recent. I was like, I'm just trying to stay alive. Like, that's really it. I'm just trying to move better. And I had injured my knee. And I think that's when I had an aha moment, to be honest with you, even 6 months after joining this gym was, we all do the plan of, we're gonna join the gym, we're gonna commit to it, right? And then for the first 1 to 3 months, we're there 100%. And then something happens along the way where life happens. For me, I'm a single mom, so it was my kids, and I always hide behind them when it comes to physical activity. Oh, I can't, got to take the kids here or there. So I think that, yeah, when I came back, I was 100% dedicated because I had injured my knee and it took me longer to kind of get better. And I know I had that little voice in my head that said, if you would have just kept on with the gym, you would have recovered quicker.
We all go through setbacks. We all go through times where we have a little break in what we're supposed to be doing for exercise, for sure. What did the frustrations feel like as you were trying to solve those problems?
It was hard for me. So I have, like I said, I don't know if I said, I have 4 children, and my youngest is 5, and the one before her is 7. So just being active with them. I'm also older in age than when I had my first 2 set of children. So that was really frustrating for me. I was tired midday, going to sleep at 2:00 in the afternoon because mommy needed a nap. And yeah.
Well, you had 2 young kids like that. I got to give you credit, because most clients that we have come on board that have young children really don't typically survive. They don't typically make it because the kids come first. The family comes first. They're working, and they just,
for everyone. And I think we hide behind our children. There's no excuse. And I'm not going to speak for every mom, but I can speak for the ones that I know, that we hide behind our kids. So if you wake up at 5:00 in the morning and get here for the morning crew, because we are so much fun, and join that 5:30, 6 a.m. class, it's done. It's your time. You don't have mom guilt from taking away time from your children, right? Or doing things that you're supposed to do, or guilt later on in the day because you didn't make it to the gym at 4:30 or 5:45 the way you wanted to. You don't have those guilty thoughts either. So I think just early in the morning is best for working parents in general.
You used to come in the afternoons, didn't you?
I did.
You used to try to come at 4:30.
I did. I said I was going to come at 4:30, and then I never made it because mommy needed a nap at 2, and then I was tired. And so many times I would schedule it on Mind Body and then cancel, and then schedule it and then Mind Body. And I felt like I know that I'm not, but I felt like I failed myself. Because I had set out for a goal and it just didn't happen. And I was doing so well. I had changed my eating first before I changed my physical activity, because we all know nutrition is everything.
Yeah, nutrition is everything. Absolutely.
And so I said, if I can start with that, then I can move on to the physical. And I was so proud of myself. No, it didn't work out. The 4:30 just wasn't for me. I was too tired, or I had to take someone somewhere or do something. So
you've been in a rhythm at 6 a.m. now. 5:36.
Oh yeah, it's been like 6 months now. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, I am too. That's good. That's good. My whole body can't exercise that early in the morning. So you mentioned that you'd exercised previously. What is different about Y.E.S Fitness?
I think it's kind of like, Cheers. Everyone knows your name. Everyone, they learn to know your name. They care about you. They care about what bothers you, what helps you, and it's even though it's group fitness, I can say it truly feels like it's personalized, because the instructors in the morning always walk around and make sure that they stop what you're doing if you're doing it incorrectly to show you how to do it. And they will stay with you until you do it correctly. And you don't get that from other gyms. It's kind of, no one really cares if your form is correct, if you're actually working the muscles, or if you're using your back instead. I've been to other gyms that some were good, and some just, you never had that community. And it's not just the instructors, it's also the people that attend. We're all really great partners. And we work together, even with handing out equipment, putting things away. And it's really nice to have that sense of community. And the jokes that we have in the morning are quite hysterical.
Wow, very lucky. We have a great staff. Brenda's been with us a long time. She does those morning classes. I'm extremely lucky to have Brenda on board for so long. Can you take us to the moment or moments when you realized that it was starting to help you, starting to help solve your problems?
I remember, actually, it was probably a month ago. Maybe we should have asked Brenda, but it was probably a month ago when I first started. I couldn't squat I couldn't squat. I don't know if you remember my assessment. I couldn't squat. I
Yeah,
couldn't
no, I
lunge
remember that.
because my knee was just so
Mhm.
torn up. I had no strength in my legs
Mhm.
whatsoever. And now, just doing the RIP trainer last month, I was able to squat as low as I could possibly go. And I was very proud of myself. And I think that's when I had an aha moment that
Right there.
this thing is working, you know?
I know you probably don't want me to say this, but this used to be like Grace's corner back here in the corner over here, behind the wall, behind everybody,
That's
away
where
from
I
everyone.
was,
That's
yep.
where she was all the time. And now when I come into the room, she's just out there exercising with everybody else. That confidence that you have in yourself now is really amazing. It's great to see that kind of stuff, that kind
Well, you
of
have to
growth.
remember when we first started, so there was COVID, so everyone had their own square.
Oh yeah, we did.
And it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay in my own square. Everyone's scared. Everyone was wearing masks, working out, and so I think that was a fear, but I knew I had to do it as well. But yeah, this is my little corner right here.
This wall's not going anywhere. Just saying that it's not going anywhere else. We've taken down enough walls. Tell us what life looks like now that your problems are being solved.
I'm a little bit more active. I mean, at least I can rule out inactivity for my sleepiness. It's more, I'm getting up there in age, and that happens. But I'm able to keep up with the kids a little bit more, and kind of whip them into shape when I need to a little bit quicker. I can walk more. It's just the physical activity and the energy, and my mental health is also better. I think I mentioned to you, like, I come here for my mental health.
Yeah.
I have to come here. Even when we were closed for Memorial Day, I asked Brenda for the workouts because I'm like, I need this. Trust me, I need this. So I think that's what those things have very much improved.
What do you think the biggest differences between Y.E.S and the other fitness places you've tried?
Yeah, like I said, it's the community. It's a community of working together. It's the personalization that you get, even though it's a group fitness class. The one I attend, he does have personal training as well, but I attend the group training, and it still feels like one-on-one. There could be 25 people in this class, and you will still have that instructor focusing on the people that are doing it incorrectly, and really not scolding them, not embarrassing them, but just showing them how to do it properly so that your form is correct moving forward, so you don't injure yourself, because injury prevention is, what you're really big on, as you get older. So I think those are the things that kind of differentiate you guys from the other gyms.
I have to say, like, every class, and even in the semi-private side, each hour kind of has its own little like culture to it. Like 6 a.m. is so much different than 9:30, and they're all different from 4:30 and 5:45. And 6 a.m. very busy class right now, and you guys all get along.
Yeah, and it's not just the workout. It's the being able to talk about our daily lives. What's going on in our lives with our kids, with our families. And you don't really have that personalization with the trainers at those big gyms. They don't even know who you are. They don't even know your name.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
You look at your card as you come in. Oh yeah, that's Rose.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's how it is. So what do you like more? Do you like strength more or the metabolic stuff?
I love afterburn.
You do love afterburn.
I love afterburn. I like the torture. I do. I skipped it for a while. I have to say, I ran away when I came back for the 6 months. I stood away from it for probably the first 4 months. In the past 2 months, I've been doing the afterburn, and I was actually leaving on Saturday, and I overheard someone saying, "Yeah, just do 3 afterburns, and you'll start to see a difference just with those 3 classes." And I have to agree. Yeah. So. Yeah, but I love them all. I love the metabolic. I feel like I'm dying most days, but it's okay. Yeah, I still come to 3 a week because I like the torture. And I do the strength, the 2 strengths. So I balance it. I come 6 days a week now. I started with 1 to 2, then I increased it to 3, then 4. And I mean, you just have to be patient with yourself, really, and don't try to do every single day, because it's not realistic.
And you should try to do that like coming out of the gate. Because you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to be sore. You're going to miss it. That's going to ruin your mindset. Like you say, you need to build yourself up a little bit.
It's not sustainable. And I think that's what I tried in the beginning, is to come, every single day. And then you fail very quickly because you don't see the results right away. You're not going to see results. Very few people see results in 8 weeks if you haven't done it in years. And that was me. So now I'm starting to see results, but it's 6 months in, it's putting in the work. It's not just coming here, but when I leave here, what do? I have to choose between ice cream and a salad, or a cheeseburger with fries, or a cheeseburger with a salad. So I want the bun. So those are all the things that little tiny changes.
Yeah. And I think a missing piece now that we're learning is, especially people who are trying to make change, you can't just like say, okay, I went to the gym today, so now I can just sit on my butt and do nothing all day long.
Yep.
Or
you feel that because you went to the gym, now you can misbehave and eat something well because I worked it out, and it's like that doesn't work that way.
It works. It's not how it works
that way.
I'm really happy to say that Grace is taking her certification course.
Yeah.
NASM.
I am. I'm taking my certification course. And it's been interesting. It's been interesting to kind of see what you have to learn before you become a personal trainer.
Right.
So there is a lot of psychological aspect behind it, and people think it's just the physical learning how to move. It's very little of it is that. It's actually more learning the psychological aspects behind it and behaviors, and learning why people do different behaviors and how to help them change those behaviors and those mindsets. So
you can know how to do this. You can coach the best squat in the world, but if you can't get somebody to do it,
that's true.
It's not.
That's what it is. It's people come out the gate and they put too much pressure on themselves because they want to lose 20 pounds in a month. Well, unless you're starving yourself, and that again, that's not sustainable, because the same way you lose it is the same way you gain it. And that's the thing. It didn't take you overnight to gain all of this weight, and it's not going to take you overnight to lose it.
So, well, it just always, as myself being in the industry for so long, to see some people come along that just get so excited about the industry, not just because you do it, but like you want to learn about it. You get your certification, whether you become a coach or not. You just have that knowledge, and that it just always feels good to see somebody take to the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's for the longest I've been trying to figure out what's my thing. Some people are creative and they're artsy craftsy and they do scrapbooking. I don't have the time or the patience for any of that stuff. So nor do I have an interest. I don't like snowboarding. There's not my thing. So I found my thing, and so it was nice to find the thing that I actually really like to do and have fun with. I know it sounds weird, but I really enjoy working out. And even when I'm not here, I'll do something at home.
You're definitely a coach now if you enjoy working out. So you'll know you're a coach. Okay, this is how you know you're a coach. Because when you go on vacation, you don't check out the pool. You don't check out the room. The first thing you check out is the exercise room. Then you know you're in the cult.
I have probably almost everything in this gym at home right now.
Probably do.
I do, which is really crazy. Like I have the resistance bands, the kettlebells. Like I even have the ball. Like I even have a Bosu ball. Like it's that serious to me. And my son has taken to weight training at school.
Oh, good. That's
good.
So
I get it for him. I say it was for him, but it was really for me.
So what would you tell someone who might be on the fence about checking out Y.E.S Fitness?
I'd say do it. I'd say get up, stop making the excuses as to why you can't do something, and start focusing on all the reasons you should do something. People like to look at all the reasons, the negative part. Well, what if it doesn't happen? What if I can't make it to the gym? Well, what if you can? What if it actually changes your life? What if it actually helps you run around with your kids? Or, what if it inspires a parent that's ill, or your children who are overweight? So think about the positive what ifs, and I would say just join it. And, it's right down the street, especially if you're in Burlington. It's super convenient. You can come in whenever the gym is open. It's not just when there's classes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I say just get up and do it. Stop making the excuses, and you owe it to yourself, really. You owe it to yourself to love yourself that much, to do something for you, because, especially if you're a parent, you're always overextending yourself for other people, not just your children, but you become a people pleaser and a nurturer, and you want to help the world.
Right.
Try helping yourself, because you can't help anyone unless you're doing well yourself. So,
well, I'm really proud of you, Grace, because your strong mindset
I'm stubborn.
I mean.
No, I'm stubborn. I'm definitely stubborn, and I've learned to use my stubbornness, and I just turn it around for good things.
Because I mean, coming out of COVID, Rose, and the weight and losing your family members, and I mean, just was a tough time, and you have to have the right mindset to overcome that stuff. I mean, that's it's good.
I had to be the strength for my
Yeah.
dad and my brother because they were much closer to my mom. I lived all the way over here, and they lived in New York with her, and so it was harder for them. And so someone had to kind of hold the boys together.
Men are weak. Men really are weak. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on board today.
Yes,
it was
absolutely.
Awesome. You have a great story. 1 year down, many years to go. We love coaching you. It's a lot of fun to have you in Group X. Although I'm not here 5:30 in the morning anymore, thank God. But I don't miss that. But so no, it's a great story, and I appreciate you coming on board. But hopefully, you can inspire somebody to do something to make a change in their life, even if it's get up and start walking.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, even if it's for your mental health, just to kind of get out there and do something for you. Have those, 20 minutes to an hour for yourself a day.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. We appreciate you taking the time from your busy day. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next week.